Yo, what up, lifers? What up, lifers? What up, lifers? It's Dave Life. It's Dave Life, and you are watching After Dark. This is After Dark. This is the after show. For those that don't know, this is what we do after we have a podcast. It's the after show. All right. It is an official after show because now we can just talk. Now we can just let our hair down and let loose. We got the facts out the way. You know, we discussed the story. We talked about the things that occurred in the story. Now we can kind of, if you will, speculate. Now we can kind of do some hypotheticals, okay? Look, man, if you're here with us for the first time, I want to say thank you. I appreciate that. We definitely opened up with prayer earlier. So now, not that we're not going to pray, you know, because prayer is always important, but we did that. So now we're just going to talk. Let me bring up my co-host with the mostest, Susie Q. Come on back up to the building, Susie. Where you at? What's up, Susie? Oh, hold up. I got to take you off mute. Oh, what up? There you go. What's up, Susie? How you feel?
I feel amazing. How are you?
I'm good. So, look, it's still warm in here, but I got on my red today, so I put on my shades. Because
I need a Dave Life after dark robe. Okay, you see that silk thing Diddy got on? I need one of those for the after show.
You need a
That'd be
robe.
nice.
You know what? Tonight has been. I've been wearing my Bulls gear. So let me. I'm gonna stay with the low brim tonight. We're not gonna do the shades.
Yeah.
Shades was another show. We're gonna keep this because some people say they like to see my eyes. I'm a married man, lady, so I'm off the market. I am totally off the market. All right, shout out to my baby. I know Dexon was watching. So tonight is the after show. And the reason it's the after show is because, man, we got into a lot. It's so much information that was sent by many of our lifers, some of which will remain anonymous. We got some anonymous sources that we appreciate for sending information. It's so many clips out here, Susie. We can go so many places. Look, shout out to everybody that's watching on YouTube, that's watching on Twitter, that's watching on Facebook, and that's watching on Instagram. Let me actually go and check and make sure we good on the gram. Hold on. I gotta actually pull up the gram. Susie, do you know that people actually watch us on all platforms at the same time?
That's amazing. I just started realizing that in the last show.
Mm-hmm.
Can you put the handles out for each platform?
Yeah,
Not everyone knows it.
I mean, the handles for me is Dave Life TV on everything, all platforms.
Okay, that's what
Dave
I was
Life
asking
TV
about.
on Twitter,
Facebook, everything.
Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. It's Dave Life TV,
okay.
Right?
There you go, guys.
And you are Jamaican Goddess, right?
We all got to put mine out there.
You out there? What you talking about? It's right here. It's right here on camera.
Okay, so listen, lifers. I love all of you. I'm just very introverted, so it might seem like I'm very outspoken right now. It's just Dave's my friend, but I'm just very introverted and shy in real life. So don't mind me.
She is, but she has great questions. Susie's been a lifer for two years, maybe a little bit more. Definitely asks great questions. You've been with us since we started on the Instagram platform, and once we migrated over and expanded to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and I do post on TikTok. I don't broadcast live on TikTok right now. I just don't. But right now we're live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and IG. So,
let's get into it.
So, Susie, this is what I'm gonna do. Since I kind of did my cousin, shout out to my cousin Retro Rick. He calls me the Black Bryant Gumbel, and I'm like, Bryant Gumbel is black. He said, I know, cuz, but you got that swag, you got that Chi-Town swag. He said, you the black version of the Black Bryant Gumbel. He calls me the Black Bryant Gumbel. I did my Black Bryant Gumbel thing in the first 2 hours. So now, Susie, what do you want to ask? What do you want to discuss? What clip do you want me to play? We are just going to speculate. We're going to let our hair down and just discuss. And in the comments, I see Miss Anzie. Hold up. She said, "Can you encourage wifey to do a YouTube channel for hair?" Oh,
Her hair
hmm.
is beautiful. Dang, that's a good idea.
Yeah. I'll let her know. I'll let her know. So my wife is not as public as me. She's kind of, shy. She don't like getting out there. She's always like, "Baby, I'm going to support you. I'm going to promote you. Whatever you want to do, I got your back." But Destiny does do she makes jewelry, and she's always wanted to do somewhat of a beauty channel, so we will see. We will see one day. And of course, we still have our hashtag Destined for Life, which Susie, I have really been dragging my feet on launching that page, but that's something we definitely want to do. We definitely want to launch Destined for Life
When
so
you
everybody
feel
can
the
follow.
moment is right, when you
Yeah.
feel it,
Oh, I
then you
the
do
moment. Hey, listen, it's we about to give birth to it. It's yeah, we about 8 months pregnant with Destined for Life. She's like, "Baby, did you put out the Valentine's Day stuff?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "Did you put
it.
out the stuff?" I'm like, "No." "Did you put out the secret gift you bought me?" "No." She's like, "Baby, why are we doing all?" I'm like, "All right, you're right, baby." So we working on it. We're working on
I
it.
can't wait for that channel. I
Yeah,
can't
that's
wait.
gonna be dope. That's gonna be dope, man. So shout out to all the lifers that's watching. And listen, shout out to all the panelists that do support After Dark. I know that. So here's the situation. You know, After Dark is a panel show. Like the last couple episodes have been you and me because we've been focusing on Diddy, right? And Diddy news and information. But Dark is a panel show. And we took a break when I went and got married, honeymoon. So now I'm kind of getting my feet wet and getting back into it. And God is just dropping information, literally downloading information into the inbox, literally. So we have a lot of stuff to go through. So After Dark is always maturing and evolving. So thank you to everybody that watches and that supports. All right. So this is what we need to do. I'm talking too much. Okay. I'm talking too much. I need y'all to start talking. Send some messages. Susie, let loose. What do we want to talk about related to Diddy and this lawsuit with the attorney Tony Busby from Houston? What do we want to discuss? What's the questions? Where we at?
Don't let me loose. I need to
Y-
be tamed. Don't turn me
I'm
loose.
letting I'm letting you loose. I'm letting you just don't boil no eggs.
I don't know. Like this whole thing is like like I said earlier, I feel like it's gonna clean out the whole the culture, the entertainment industry, and I feel like it does need to be revamped. I haven't liked where it's been for a long time. It's damaging to. I think. See, I'm afraid to say certain things because the culture is so protected, but it's
Yeah.
not analyzed as it should be. It should be analyzed in a realistic level of how is it productive and helpful for us as a people. It's not. The only people that benefit from the culture itself are the people making the money, not the consumers. It's like really screwing us up. And I hope this helps people to come better. Just, I don't know. It could be improved. That's all I'm saying.
All right. So I got a question, Susie. I got a question
Hmm.
about the industry. Right. We talked. You
Hmm.
you mentioned this earlier. You hinted at it, and we're talking about how like R. Kelly got away with things allegedly. We always got to say allegedly because we're not trying to defame anybody's
I
reputation.
agree.
But R. Kelly
Hmm.
was indicted, arrested, and got away with a bunch of things allegedly for a long time. Supposedly, I know he's in jail, and I know his trial is still ongoing. Um,
Right.
Weinstein, allegedly got away with things, and he's been convicted. Epstein, convicted and unalived. Supposedly, I still don't know if he unalived himself.
Hmm.
I still don't know. Somebody might have taken him out because he knew too much. Diddy allegedly is accused of so many things. Um, the feds have raided his home, um, which I can play clips of that because we definitely have it. Feds have raided his home, and they found baby oil. They found automatic weapons with the serial numbers, shaved off. They found tapes and confiscated tapes that they had heard about. They found tunnels. And the funny thing is, people have speculated about these things, and now the clips are
Hmm.
coming out corroborating it. So when you have an inmate saying that Diddy is bisexual or gay and I was his sex slave, You at first you're like, what is this man talking about? He's he tried to shoot up Trump and him, right? He crazy. But then you're like, 6 years later, sure enough, people were being held as sex slaves. And you're just like, oh wow, could it have been true? Right? So I want to get into, all right, you know what? Um, yeah, I just got the word from the Lord. We're gonna discuss speculation. We're gonna discuss speculation. All right.
Yes, let's
We're going to discuss um things that people have said. So check this out. Why is it that an inmate, this guy right here, why is it that an inmate can say something 6 years ago and nobody listened? And this is what he said.
Combs. Puff Daddy. Yeah. P. Diddy, whatever you call himself these days. Yeah, go ahead. I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I was like a sex slave, okay? For them, that's what I was. That's all right? I caught herpes, and I came back and I seen him for the herpes and won. But
So the important thing that I want to look at here is that he's saying, it says down at the bottom, I'm trying to move this out the way. It says, in case you, oh,
slave, that's all.
yeah. It says, in case you missed that, Odie, I guess that's the inmate, just claimed that he was a sex slave for Puff Daddy and Cassie, and that Sean would masturbate while telling Odie what to do with Cassie, as he, Puff Daddy, will conduct business by phone. Now listen to this. Susie.
I'm here.
Susie. I'm led by God, right? You know that I trust God. And I pray. I'm like, Lord, tell me where to
Yeah.
go. You know that, right? Look at
Mm-hmm.
this. So this man says at the bottom of the screen, I know it's a little hard to read,
Mm-hmm.
but he says, in case you missed that, Odie just claimed that he was a sex slave for Puff Daddy and Cassie, that Sean would masturbate while telling Odie what to do with Cassie. So he's masturbating and watching this inmate touch and do things with Cassie, right? As Puff Daddy would conduct business by phone. So as he's conducting business, he's getting his rocks off. Please don't
Mm-hmm.
miss that. Please don't.
Mm-hmm.
Can we get a one more time? Stop the music.
Scratch that record.
He
Scratch it.
he
Mm-hmm.
he is pleasuring himself while he's conducting business. You know who else said that? The producer, formerly known as Young Berg.
Oh wow.
Look at this.
This
Now
man
this
has
is
all the receipts ready.
now look at this. I've been sitting on this for an hour. All right, so this is Young Berg. Young Berg claims he witnessed Drea perform a sexual favor for Diddy at a party. Now it says at a party, and shout out to the Art of Dialogue for putting this up. It says at a party. What I want you to notice is that he says it happened while Diddy was conducting business.
Wow.
All right. So what's Young Berg's new name? Is it Hitmaker? Or what's his new name? Because he Young Berg was his rapper name. Yeah, Hitmaker. Yep, that's what I thought. From the Shy, Young Berg from the Shy, also now known as Hitmaker. All right, just showing y'all. This is what I'm talking about. Young Berg. That's who's in the clip.
Oh, I didn't
Known
even
as
know he was the
Hitmaker.
same person. Wow.
Yeah, I think his hit song was "Sexy Can I." No, that was
Ray
Ray J.
J?
Ray J was singing the hook.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ray
hold up,
J.
man. Ray J was singing the hook. Lifers, put in the comments. What did what was Young Berg's hit? Oh, we can probably just find it right here. Man, one of them was his big hit though.
He makes a lot of beats that a lot of top artists use. You could always
Now
hear him.
that's Hitmaker the producer.
Oh,
That's
that's not the
that.
same guy?
No. He used to be Young Berg. All right, that's what he used to be known as, and then he changed his name to Hitmaker. Boom. Yeah, Tink and Hitmaker, also known as Young Berg, are engaged.
Okay.
So yeah, Hitmaker used to be known as Young Berg. So Young Berg,
Okay.
he had a hit. You know what? I'm just gonna ask the lifers. Y'all know better than me. Hey, lifers, what hit did he have? What hit did Young Berg have? I want to say "Sexy Can I," and I want to say that Ray J was singing the hook. Yeah, come on, man. I know music. Look at this. "Sexy Can I." "Sexy Can I" is the first single from Ray J's fourth studio album. It was produced. Oh, hold on, David. Hold on. I'm getting all like I know something. Maybe I screwed up. Hold on, man. All right, somebody got to help me out. All right, y'all help me out. Sorry, I'm glad I didn't show. I wasn't showing that tab, was I?
I
Yeah.
know.
See, the Lord protected me. What was Hitmaker's hit, man? What was Young Berg's hit? Young Berg. All right, we getting off subject because now I just want to know.
Okay, what brought us here? Because I want to know too. I'm just waiting for the lifers to tell me. But what were you going with this one?
Here's where I was going. I
Oh,
was
while he was
going
conducting business. Yes.
while he was conducting business. Apparently, Diddy likes to masturbate or get pleasured while he's conducting business. And this is what the inmate said. Remember, the inmate said, oh, I'm sorry, I'm taking y'all, I'm around the block. Remember, the inmate said right here, in case you missed that, Odie just claimed he was a sex slave for Puff Daddy and Cassie, that Sean would masturbate while telling Odie what to do with Cassie as he, Sean, Puff Daddy, would conduct business. So Puff Daddy is pleasuring himself while this inmate is sleeping with Cassie, according to the inmate. This is all alleged, according to the inmate. So look at this. So Young Berg, Hitmaker, he's talking about something that happened with Drea and Diddy. He claims he witnessed Drea do something to Diddy, and it's going to be while they're conducting business.
She was with Puff, and I fucked her. I feel like she was giving a nigga a hand. This nigga Puff was trying to have a meeting with me or whatever, and like fucking we there, and like Cassie's in the house or whatever, and like Drea's there or whatever, and like Drea's sitting next to him. Yeah, the threesome. And the nigga's trying to have a meeting with me, and like I think that like Drea like giving him a hand job or something under the blanket. Word? You know, I'm like, bro, I don't want to talk too much. I went back downstairs with Travis Scott. Wait, Drea freaky like that?
Did you hear that?
I heard a lot in a little bit of time, okay? A lot was said just now. Cassie was there.
I'll let it keep playing. But
Cassie
Drea,
was there.
Did he say Drea? Okay, he said Cassie was there. But he said Drea was giving Diddy a hand job as Young Berg is sitting there trying to conduct business when they're trying to have a business meeting. I'm gonna let it keep playing because this is weird. But what I'm drawing the connection that random people are saying things about Diddy at random points in time in random interviews and situations, and it's correlating.
Who did he say was in the other room?
Let's go back and play. No, Travis Scott.
So yeah, like last time I seen Drea when we was talking about that shit, she was with Puff, and I fucked her.
Oops. Oh, dude. Hold up. Hit the wrong button. That's how you know the show is live. Let's go back and share that screen. All right.
The man's name is Odie. Odie. Don't call him the inmate.
Well, I mean, he is an inmate. He's in jail. He shot up Trump, the Trump, Trump Tower?
Yeah, he was wilding out in that place. I saw the video. He was out of it.
Dude is crazy. I mean, I understand why you might not want to believe what he's saying, but it's corroborating. It is corroborating the idea that Diddy had sex slaves, because Lil Rod said that, and then this lady on Twitter is now saying sex slaves. Let me just play it again for those that didn't hear.
Wait, while that's playing, Dave, hold on.
Yeah.
Can you find, this is something we never talked about, and I don't have much on it, but can you look up, remember Lil Rod, once you said that, it brought about Cuba Gooding Jr. Did you hear anything else about him?
Oh, absolutely. I covered that on Dave Life TV News. So that scenario was Lil Rod said in his lawsuit You know, he used to work with Diddy. He would be on the boat with Diddy and living with Diddy at the studio, living in the studio and all that stuff. And he said they were in some place, I don't remember where, but he had kind of passed off Lil Rod to Cuba Gooding Jr. This is according to the lawsuit. So I want to make sure I'm very clear that this is according to the Lil Rod lawsuit. He said that Cuba Gooding Jr. Had touched him and basically was trying to hit on him. And he was like, yo, like uncomfortable, like he wasn't with it. And, it seemed as though if Diddy had offered him or passed him off to Cuba, right? So the whole idea of a party favor, a human being as being a party favor, right? Like the lady was saying, Allie Carter, the lady on TikTok that we just played a little bit earlier. But we're pulling everything in together. We're pulling everything in together. So this guy here, this inmate, says that he was a sex slave and that Diddy would masturbate while watching him be a slave for him and Cassie.
Sean, basically, he would masturbate, tell me what to do with Cassie. I was like a sex slave, okay? For them, that's what I was. That's all right? I caught herpes, and I came back and I sued him for the herpes and won. But Diddy and Ross, which they good buddies, okay? They're gay.
Who?
Both. Diddy and Ross and Khaled. They're all gay. Okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They're all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So we can put a pin in that one, in that part, because that has yet to be confirmed. But we can put a pin in that, all right? Because I'm sure that'll come out at some point if tapes exist. But we're sticking with the sex slave and the Diddy likes to be pleasured while he's doing business meetings. We're going to stick with that theme.
So yeah, like last time I seen Drea, when we was talking about that shit, she was with Puff. And I
fucked her?
I feel like she was giving a nigga a hand. This nigga Puff was trying to have a meeting with me or whatever, and like fucking we there, and like Cassie's in the house or whatever, and like Drea's there or whatever, and like Drea's sitting next to him.
Yeah, the threesome.
And the nigga's trying to have a meeting with me.
Yeah, you're right. You said Cassie was in the house. Right, so he's trying to have a meeting.
And like I think that like Drea like giving him a hand job or something under the blanket.
Word?
We in there. I'm like, bro, I don't want to talk too much. I went back downstairs with Travis Scott.
Wait, Drea freaky like that?
I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie. She did say some line. She said my wholeness could be deleted. And honestly, if she wasn't that attractive, I would say no, it can't. But she
now academics gets more off into Drea, but I'm going to fast forward a little because
that's the sick culture I'm talking about. That shit he just said is a sick culture that is so normal. And why the heck did Young Berg say that under the blanket? Where were they? In the bedroom?
As the interview goes on, as the meeting goes on, they're in a precarious place. I'm a fast forward it because I think we should listen to him. I don't want to tell his story. All right, I'm gonna let him tell his own story.
She's so bad. I'm like, yeah, cat for her. Cat.
She bad.
So she gave him a hand job. I thought Diddy like niggas though.
I don't know what did he do behind closed.
So you're sitting here.
By the way, tell me when to pause it when you got a comment, okay? Because I'll pause it whenever you're ready.
Okay.
He ever did with me, it was like, yo, like, but it's like, yo, I made it so damn. I was at a crossroads in my career, and like I was about to leave Atlantic Records because I felt like Atlantic was playing with me a little bit. And
what year? We got to say what year because the feds is definitely watching this too.
2020.
Oh shit, you under the endoscope now, nigga.
I ain't on that. So fucking I was just like at that time, like I'm going crazy, and we got a real relationship to where I got his number, I could FaceTime him. So I was in Mexico, like recording a bunch of songs and shit, and I was just like, bro, I need to come holler at you. I feel like I'm at a turning point in my career, kind of like when you were with Andre Harrell before you got with Clive Davis to go start Bad Boy. Like I'm at a turning point. I'm at a fork in the road. I need your advice. And fucking come to the house, drinking or whatever. And they like, he ready to see you. And like, they brought me like to the fucking closet inside his master bedroom. I guess he do meetings in there or whatever. And
no, we don't. No. That's
a big closet.
Bro.
Okay. That's what I was thinking too. So fucking,
they were in he wanted to meet. He met him in his closet.
How big is that damn closet?
It's probably big. It's probably as big as my apartment. But why are you meeting somebody in the closet?
Hold on now, because at these parties, this is crazy. Jaguar Wright brought this up concerning Chris Brown and Rihanna and Clive Davis, that allegedly Rihanna was at Diddy's house in the closet sucking someone D. I forgot the name she said. And Chris Brown busted in and caught her in the closet sucking D. And I thought it was weird that she's such a celebrity and she's in a closet. But now that, this is coming out, it's a big closet that people go into to conduct business.
I have no idea. Let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
I told you I'm a church kid, right? I have a problem with this doing stuff in the closet. I'll tell you why.
That's where you pray.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
It says when you have an issue, go to God in your prayer closet. And then that could be figuratively or literally. But it says go and pray in your prayer closet, and God who hears you in secret will reward you openly. So if you over here sinning in the closet or violating in the closet or recording people, you're perverting the whole concept. All right, that's one thing. The second thing is it could be a double entendre, because if you are not openly gay, you are where? In the closet.
In the closet.
So why is he doing?
It could go into what Kim allegedly said earlier, that is his satanic
rituals.
Yes, the closet is supposed to be for
prayer, but you over here doing something else.
Evil in the room of that could be that.
It just don't feel right. So let me ask you this. If you're a businessman, first and foremost, what businessman is getting pleasured in the middle of a damn meeting?
That seems normal. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, it does. See, we have to do reality. We have to do reality. How many times have men been in the studio getting blowjobs, doing all type of stuff in the studio while other people are in the studio? It happens all the time.
Nope. Mm-hmm. You know why I'm saying? Hold on, let me give you some. Nope. You know why? Let me tell you why. Because you said it seems normal. The music business ain't normal. Hollywood ain't normal. Entertainment ain't normal. I've been in corporate America 20 some odd years. I ain't never walked in a meeting and had somebody looking at me like, yeah, Mr. David, here's what we're going to do. And somebody's filleting them or rubbing them off, and they just act like nothing's wrong. And I got to just look them in the eye. And even that's a problem. So you're gonna make a man look you in the eye as you getting pleasured? I'm in a meeting. I really need a record deal. He said, "Man, my life was going through. I need a record. I need his advice." So I go. He said, "Come to the house." I come to the house. Can you imagine? He comes to the house and you just hear, Hold on. What you need? Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Tell me about that. What?
You gotta make a short of that. You gotta make a short of that. What you
just getting rubbed off in the middle of a business meeting ain't normal, Susie.
In the music industry, in hip hop, it is. It is.
It might be. It might be in the entertainment business. But Lord have mercy. I can't imagine. Here this man is. He's like, man, I'm just trying to meet with the guy. All right, let's keep going.
Hold on. When they say be like, yo, he do the meetings in his closet. Did you like, yo, nigga, you show back here? Like, what the fuck?
I think it's regular because before this whole scandal broke out and I explained the situation because it was a little funny to me and I explained it to other people that was around him. They're like, no, there's something. That's what he be on.
If he had a robe on, he was trying to fuck you.
I don't know. He ain't had a robe on. So
was he dressed?
Yeah, he was dressed.
Fully clothed.
Yeah. So we in there and I'm like telling him my story and I'm like giving him the vibes and shit. And he like,
I have a problem, man. We in the closet. What the hell? No, I'm not coming into your closet with you.
Some people be desperate and I don't know. You see how he said it was, other people said it was normal. See, that's crazy.
He like, yo, man, is this normal? Oh yeah, did he always have us go in a closet with him?
Mm-hmm.
Open metaphors. It's just you put it out there. You're saying it without saying it. If you read in between the lines, and listen, this is after dark. This is after dark. All right, we are speculating. This is all speculative. All right, this is speculations. It's after dark. That's what we're doing. Okay, so put your comments. Oh, somebody commented. He said, nah, son.
Exactly. That's keeping your integrity.
Nah, son. Right. Yeah, nah, I ain't going in the closet with you to have a meeting.
You probably had better cameras and microphones in there.
I mean, that's another part of it too, right? We forgot about that part. It could be. It really could be. Cameras, it could be a closed environment. Hell, the door could lock for all you damn know. It could be some really dark. You know, I'm saying, imagine you go into somebody's closet and the door closed.
Oof.
And you hear like a little lock or something. And then they doing weird, excuse my French, weird shit right in front of you. And you're like, is this man getting rubbed out? Why is this woman, what's going on here? Right? And you're confused. What if a trap door opens and there's tunnels? What if people come out from behind clothes and what if the lights go out? That's what I'm saying. This ain't normal, yo. This is not normal, yo. This ain't normal. Let's continue.
You know, niggas told me about you. You talk too much, man. I'm looking for guidance or whatever. You kind of like too much, man. You know, niggas told me about you. You talk too much, man.
So he's saying that Diddy said to him, niggas told me about you. You talk too much. So Diddy is already weary of, yo, bruh, like, I don't know if I can really deal with you or trust you. Hold on. While he's getting rubbed out. Let's not forget this. The man's getting rubbed out like, yeah, Playboy. I don't know.
What he was doing, Dave? Oh my gosh.
I don't care how fine Drea is. I don't care. I am not looking no grown man in the eye while he's getting nothing sexual. I don't want to, nigga, get the hell away from me. What?
Diddy said he talks too much.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. What would you say if you were him? Like, because I'm like, what is the secret?
He said somebody about to have furniture moving. And Miss Angie said, think about it. His closet might be the size of half the floor. I don't care. His closet, listen, you call it a closet, the shit could turn into a dungeon real quick.
Yeah, and he has offices.
It can turn into a jail cell real quick. Nah, I ain't with it. Nope.
I can't wait to hear what he got to say next. Okay.
Let's keep going. Yeah, this is some madness.
Looking for guidance or whatever. He kind of like just shitted on me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It was like, play me some records, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I played him some records and he didn't give me the best advice. I thought he was going to give me a jewel or whatever. And then that was pretty much it.
God damn. Wait, back to the Drea shit. So when you're watching her giving this nigga the hand job, like, is Diddy like having eye contact with you?
No, he ain't breaking character. Like we having a full meeting.
So he's getting jacked off and he's still sitting there like, yo, Playboy, check this out.
Right there, I'm assuming what's happening. I can't confirm or deny, but I was.
See, he just ain't trying to see. He doesn't want to say it because he don't want to get, lawsuits and blah blah blah, and God knows what secret. Again, you part of family. Now, when you're family, you don't say nothing because all the opportunities comes. Who knows who says what? But you notice how he don't want to confirm it. But I think I could
He just
tell.
covered himself.
Yeah, I think I could tell. Susie, you're looking at my crop is right under my chin, right? Your crop is right in your midsection. I think I would know if something was going on below your rib cage.
Absolutely.
I think I could see be like, what's going on? Now, maybe not like this. You don't know. Again, unless you hear, unless you hear some shit, right? But can you imagine being in a full room and the man is sitting right in front of you, even if he is behind a desk? A woman has to be within arm's reach, pause, to get to him. So you can tell when a woman is reaching over and she just sitting there like this.
Yeah, he knows for sure.
Come on, man. He just knows saying it. Yeah, this is sick, man.
He is in the industry. He has to protect himself.
Miss Ansley
Yeah,
said,
he is.
Academics is such a perv. The details.
You are not lying.
Facts. All right, let's go to the end of this. I think we got the gist. It's only 20 seconds left.
So Drea, old school free. I ain't gonna lie to you, yo. That basketball player she dating gonna start catching phase with all the niggas.
Oh yeah, nah. So he just he jumped back on the Drea thing. But the point of showing that clip is to show that people are saying things about Diddy liking to be touched during business meetings. I'm just showing like, yo, there's some stuff don't sound right. And if Young Berg, Hitmaker is saying it, I'm assuming that was, within the last 2 or 3 years. I think it was. But the other guy is saying it 6-7 years ago. Where there's smoke, there might be some fire.
Absolutely. And you said something about you know how I am. You said something about being crazy, right?
Yeah.
And I remember, I'm gonna use myself because there's no speculation. There's been times where things has happened and I've spoken out. I've tried to speak out, and it's like the way I was treated more than one occasion, more than one occasion with different people, sometimes the same people, things have happened. And the way I was treated made me temporarily go insane. I don't think, I got all the way to Orlando's level, but I've been on Jaguar's level. I've almost been to that inmate's level. I think I've actually been on the inmate's level, actually. When people just discard you as if you're a nobody, it makes you go crazy because you know what you know and no one is hearing you, and you're trying to do things the right way. You're trying to report it to the proper authorities. You're trying to take it to the higher ups. You're trying to do all these things. And then when you start to spaz out and start shooting up hotels because no one's listening to you, then you're just crazy. And it's going to take someone of statute, such as Cassie, to actually say something in order for you to matter. And that's what I'm trying to get everybody away from. It shouldn't take somebody else to make me mad. I'm telling you, now go do your job and go see if what I'm saying is true. Your job is to investigate it. Go see.
Yeah.
Don't say I'm crazy, because then I'm gonna be crazy.
Amen.
I don't know.
That's a great point. That's a great point. It's a great point. Great point. That's why Cassie and her going forward with the lawsuit, that's why she's very brave, right? Because it takes courage to do that. It takes courage to do that. Trying to see what other clips we have. Susie, have you heard anything else that we didn't cover? Oh,
it's so much because
I got one.
Come on, let's
because
go.
you mentioned Jaguar.
Yes.
All right. So Dame Dash has been speaking on some of this. All right. Oh Lord, Miss Angie said, "You see how they did Orlando Brown? You know, he came out and said Diddy
Who's
gave
got
him the
gosh?
ooh squash. Go gosh, yes." So look, man, Orlando Brown, Jaguar, right? They have been whistleblowers for a minute, and even like you said, you hear some wild stories that come from some people that post things, and you're like, "Is that real, or are they under the influence of something?" You wonder, right? And shout out to
Mm-hmm.
Orlando and shout out to Jaguar because, you know, I listen to both of them. I've seen all of their stuff, right? And I've seen when Orlando seems like he's, you know, kind of wilding. And I've also seen when he's focused on God and he put out a rap, gospel rap song that was dope.
It
You know
was
what I'm
so
saying?
good.
He snapped. So I said, okay, this
Yeah.
dude is talented. He's talented, right? And of course, Jaguar, she sang on one of my favorite songs. She sang on Song Cry by Jay-Z. That was her putting everything together. So Jaguar is dope too. So I'm glad you brought her up because Dame Dash has been saying in an interview I'm about to play. Dame is basically saying, how come Jaguar can say all this stuff and ain't nobody suing her? Ain't nobody coming for her. He said, is it possibly because there's truth that she's telling the truth and maybe there's proof? And so they just ain't saying nothing because, oh, we gonna make her look like she crazy. You know what I mean? And I don't know I don't know her personally, so I don't know her story. I don't know if she has any history of drug abuse or has any history of mental health issues. I don't know. So, but all I do know is she speaks adamantly about what she believes. Adamantly. And I also know, but that people have been putting online, her story has been consistent over the last 15, 20 years she's been talking. Consistent. All right, so let me play this Dame Dash clip where Dame is basically saying what I just said. You know, like how are people saying things and not being sued? He's saying maybe there's truth to what they're saying, right? Because I ain't seen nobody suing Al. Be sure, Al been talking for years. He didn't get sued. Now it got scary because you know he got sick. You know, which is scary, right? Which could be some sort of foul play.
Definitely. Mm-hmm.
But they try to discredit you, right? They either try to discredit you and call you crazy,
Or take you
or
out.
take you out, or take your money and you know, or something. So let's see what Dame is saying right here.
I'm very curious to know who was at the parties. You know what I'm saying? Like someone was there. You know, I'm not going to even hold you. Like I can't pretend I don't want to know. But I'm saying, like DiCaprio, and I could tell you stories about that dude later or at another time. But he came out and was like, "Yo, I don't," he said something. He did say something. His press, whatever they wanted him to say, he had a statement. So I want to know why there's no statements from all these. Like the shit they saying is unbelievable. It's crazy. It's nuts. Pause. And I've never seen, like, my legacy has never been compromised in that way, where people are making, the cartoons. You see, this is like dark cartoon that it be on. I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. Just the fact that it's being said, it's the same thing. Like, I'm sure people want to know between me and Homeboy, yo, why are y'all beefing? He's never explained that. He's never said like any of those things. So I just think in this day and age, based on the accusations that happened, not just him, everybody should just, I did when they said that those parties with me and Aaliyah and Jennifer Lopez. Yeah, bro, I was at a party with Aaliyah, Jennifer Lopez is on the pillow, Natani's on the pillow. I'm gonna be on that pillow, you know what I'm saying? But not next to no dudes. And then I'm out. But I addressed it. I'm transparent. Like you could ask me any question. Like I say no, you could ask me why I said no, and I'll explain it to you. You could challenge me.
So let's pause right there. So and break it down in case you're just catching up. So Dame is explaining like he can talk about the situation because he ain't got nothing to do with it. You can ask him questions. He'll give you his opinion. He can say, hey, allegedly, right? But he's saying I can do that because I don't know what's up because I wasn't there for none of them things, right? Even going back a little bit to the R. Kelly case, I watched the Dame Dash interview where he said the Fiesta video was like the last time I was around, dude. And he was like, I really didn't want to be around dude for that. He said, so if you ever look, I'm not really in the same frame with R. Kelly. Because he said he had heard from Aaliyah, who he was dating, what he had done to her. So he didn't like R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? So Dame basically was like, I don't know why Jay was gonna do an album with this guy. He said, you do a song. Okay, now you're doing an album? A double album, or the best of both worlds. So Dame wasn't with it. Dame was not with it. And so he basically was like, I don't need to be in those rooms. I don't like the dude. I don't like what he about. I don't want to be associated with the rumors that I'm hearing. So Dame had enough wherewithal to say, I ain't doing it. But other people who were around, they collaborated. And then people like, man, I ain't never seen nothing. Even Nas said on an interview, he said, so you made an album with this dude and you never saw a 14-year-old girl floating around the studio? And you did a whole album with him? About Jay. And I'm like, hey, that's, again, we're all speculating here. This is all just repeating what was said in interviews. But Dame makes a point that I can talk and ask questions because I don't know. Right? And why isn't someone like a Jaguar Wright, who's explicit about what she thinks occurs, why isn't she being prosecuted? Why? Right? And Miss Anzie says someone drugged Jag at the request. Hold on. Jack. It says Jack. Someone drugged Jack at the request at either Diddy or Jay and videotaped her, and the guy gave her the tape, and their career was canceled. She never disclosed who the guy is. Also, Jaguar. So, oh wow. So someone is saying that she was drugged at the request of either Diddy or Jay-Z, allegedly, and taped, and her career was canceled. Yeah, they definitely blackballed Jaguar. Definitely. So,
And she said she was violated by Common also. What was that, Jay? I think it was Common.
it was Common. Yeah, I saw that tape too.
That's the type of thing that I don't like to hear because I do like Common.
Yeah,
But
me too.
I leave room for it to be true. I leave room for that. I'm like, I don't know him.
Yeah.
I just was disappointed at the end.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let me see. Hold on. Let's keep going on this. All right.
But at the end of the day, if I'm expecting you to consume the things that I'm doing, my products, I do believe that you deserve a certain degree of honesty. Like, why do we all have to wait? I don't want to wait. Just tell us what happened. For a interview I did with Earn Your Leisure, where I didn't even say his name. Do you know what I'm saying? So you have to be careful. So I know, like, you can get sued for nothing. So I'm like, yo, how come nobody's suing these people? Why won't they just say no? Like, I'm not calling out no names, but we all know that the shit they're saying is nuts. Pause. It's so that I can't even, it's nuts. And not just for Homeboy, for everybody. So I'm hoping the stuff I'm hearing isn't going to happen. I'm hoping that the stuff I'm hearing isn't true. I don't want anybody to be that dark.
Yeah.
I don't want another blow for hip hop.
Yeah. So Dame basically was saying, why aren't people being sued? And why aren't people talking? Right? Why isn't anybody speaking up? Because I've only heard one person defend Diddy. You know who?
Ray J?
Nope.
Umar?
Nope.
Who?
A bad boy producer. A bad boy producer. A bad boy hitmaker. A bad boy producer who married who married a bad boy artist. A bad boy. Miss Anzie know what's up. Stevie J is the only person.
See, there
Stevie
it is.
J.
I knew she knew.
Yeah, D Tuggle said the same thing. Stevie J. He's the only person I've seen defend Diddy. Young Miami tried to be understanding, and then she had to just kind of back out. She kind of
because she's been implicated as well
in
a new lawsuit against her and Diddy. I saw that, the one with that lady that was allegedly pregnant from Diddy, and said that she
Mhm.
was assaulted by Young Miami and Diddy.
Mhm.
The rabbit hole goes deep.
It does. I got a question. I'm gonna play this clip, and then we're gonna talk briefly, and then we're gonna get out of here. Play this clip about people in the industry that do stuff. Like
Okay.
you said, Dave. You know, could Diddy have been a victim and then he turned into a monster? Yeah, he could have. He could have. And this is why I'm like, they need to make sure he's safe, because if he does have tapes, okay, let's just go there. Cat Williams. If it wasn't Cat Williams, it was Eddie Griffin. Eddie Griffin basically said they went and raided Diddy's house because Diddy had tapes of his superiors, and he's using that to blackmail them and keep himself somewhat safe. And the FBI said, "Nah, Playboy, they got more power than you. We getting them tapes." So they're saying that yes, they went in there to get Diddy, but they also went in there to get the evidence that Diddy may have had to destroy it. This is all conspiracy theory. We're speculating.
Yeah, because have we ever got the full list, the Epstein list? No.
No. No.
It's about to be the same thing.
No, we
They're
haven't.
going to give us who they want to give us, and the rest never took place.
If people in power are unaliving people, if people in power are satanic, if people in power are pedophiles, if people in power are everything that the internet says, then yeah, I could see why they would let the black man take the fall, clean up the rest, and continue with their nefarious ways. I could see that. When Michael Jackson died, did you know that before the ambulance came to get his body, people went in and they removed garbage bags of materials? Some people say it might have been proof that he was taking propofol, like, needles and, certain, drip bags. And they didn't want anyone to know that Michael Jackson had an addiction to propofol, which is the sleep amnesia, the sleep, sedative. No one, they didn't want anyone to know.
Before you play a clip, you just said something that, like, I don't think my mind could reach right now. But let's say, the higher ups, the people that are allowing him to take this fall.
Right.
And if it feels like it's super, the way you said it, I can't repeat it because my brain is a little off, but it seems like it's super spiritual in a way, like everything that's happening. Yeah. And it's like, what are they afraid of, or what do you think would happen if the lists, like everybody in those videos and everybody from Epstein, both of these situations was released? What would happen to the country? Like, what do you think?
It's scary, man. It's scary because if the Epstein list was a list of everyone that committed a crime, like let's say those people did commit crimes, and let's say they committed crimes against children, you're forced now as a country and as a society to penalize those people and let the law take care of it, right? You can't look the other way. So if it comes out that former presidents and former business people and big time actors and big time athletes were all at the Epstein Island participating in crimes against kids, then that means, oh, y'all all complicit? Oh, this is just a whole ring of pedophiles. Oh, y'all all satanic because y'all all doing stuff. It gets scary, man. It gets scary because, you just don't want to believe that something like that could go on untouched, unscathed, and just, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to believe that, man. Like, okay, if R. Kelly was able to do all he did, right? I hate to say it, but what about the families that were complicit in sending those girls to R. Kelly? If he allegedly did it, I have to say allegedly because his case is still he's still trying to fight it. But what about all the families? What about all the handlers, all of the, right? If there are people in Hollywood that are being drugged and taken advantage of and bribed, what about all the people that's in on it? One man, Diddy ain't do all this by himself, allegedly. People had to know.
And to think that R. Kelly is turning out to be the small fry is crazy.
That ain't, come on. Think about that.
That's insane.
Surviving R. Kelly, and then this whole Diddy thing is
Diddy, Epstein, both of them are bigger than R. Kelly.
Miss Angie said, look at Hugh Hefner, never touched. Now, the thing I'm going to say about Hef, this is what I've heard, y'all. I've heard that since he didn't travel himself, he didn't go get women and bring them. They just came to him willingly. Like, remember, think about it. Everything with Hef happened at the Playboy Mansion. He didn't go get them, bring them back. That's trafficking. You moving people, right? But I guess if you are, and I'm assuming that with Hefner, everyone was over 18. I'm assuming, right? I haven't heard about nothing. We got to go into the files and look it up to see if he was ever accused of minors, right? But the idea would be, oh, every woman wants to be a Playboy playmate. Every woman comes here willingly. Who knows what they sign when they get there? But I do remember that Hefner always had, oh, my girlfriend's 18. I ain't never heard about nothing. Not saying it didn't happen, but some people, move, I guess, different.
We skated over something earlier.
Yep.
When the inmate was talking about his sexcapades with Cassie and Diddy, he said he caught herpes. He also said later on in the video, you didn't show it, but he said right after that Diddy gave him either 500,000 or something with a 5 was the payout for him catching herpes. Now that brings me back to, there was an actual lawsuit filed against Usher, also by a man, not the one by the woman.
By a
there
man?
was one by, yes, there was a lawsuit.
I remember the one. I remember the one by the sister.
We know about that one, but there's one from a man also saying that Usher gave him herpes.
Wow.
And this is crazy.
Hefner had underage girls on a reality show. All right. Well, I didn't know that one, Miss Angie. Hold on. Let me keep playing that video because now I want to see, because I remember he said some things.
I seen liquid cocaine. I've drank it myself. Having sex with Diddy and Cassie. Okay, it's not good. He drinks it all the time. All right, he calls it GG. That's liquid cocaine. All right. I've settled $4.125 million with Diddy. I've settled $4.125 million with Diddy. Okay, was he scared that I was exposed?
Wow, you're right. Alleged Trump Doral gunman Jonathan Odie went from dead broke to property buying spree in 1 month.
I never saw that. Wow.
Wow. And that's in May 18th of 2018. Miami 6 NBC.
Very reputable station down here.
Yeah, let's keep playing.
I don't want to talk about Diddy right now. I want to talk about you. Help me understand you. I mean, who?
Oh, now they showing when he was shooting up the, they just showing that he was, shooting up the hotel. Yeah, I don't want to play that right now. That's a whole nother story.
But you see, he got the money. He settled.
He did.
And that's a lot of money for a non-celebrity victim.
Oh, hold on. Here we go. What's this saying?
First time Monday.
Mr. Audi, you were arrested for 5 counts of a law enforcement officer.
Oh, no, they're just reading his charges. I'm sorry about that. They were just saying how he shot up the place. Man. Wow. So the inmate says he drank liquid cocaine. He called it GG. Said that he was gay. Said that Khaled was gay. Said that Rick Ross was gay. Said that he was paid.
GHB.
GHB. Yep. And he said it was bad. He said he drinks it all the time. So that means that he knew that he was on drugs. He also said that he was paid and it was he mumbled it 455 thousand. He mumbled it like that, so you couldn't quite hear the number, but you said it was like a
5.4 million.
500,000, some whatever it was. He went from broke to buying homes.
So that he wouldn't expose him. He said that. But there he is exposing him. And now he's in jail.
Yo, this is about to get crazy, yo. It's already crazy. All right. Last clip. Because, I listen, Susie, I told you, we've already done the extra hour. We already over. We should stop right here. I told you it was going to get good. I can tell you tired. I'm tired too.
Yeah.
But I got one more clip. I have to do this.
I'm ready for it. Let's go.
Do you know what started all of this? What was the first? What?
50 Cent said it first, and then I saw other clips about it. They said, I don't know, but they said it was because Diddy had a falling out with the company that he was doing business with for the liquor and the Ciroc and all of that stuff, and he crossed them. So they made an example. They humbled him. That's why all of this is coming out.
You know what? You want it? I can't be mad at you. All right, so 50 did say that that Diddy had an issue with Diageo. Diageo is the number one maker in the world. All right. The number one spirits maker in the world. Yeah, I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play 50's statement first, and then I'm going to confirm by playing Puffy's clip. All right, boom. We got it now. Okay, this is a clip from 50 Cent and the Earn Your Leisure crew.
You have the experience with major corporations like me, my particular experience with Beam Centauri. It was great in the beginning. It's great for us to work for them.
Hold up. Beam Centauri, if you missed that, Beam Centauri is another spirits company. They make, liquors. So Beam Centauri is, if I'm not mistaken, the company that does his Les Chemin du Roi. And if they didn't do that, they did F and vodka. They might have did F, and I got to look at which brand, because right now he's doing a champagne and I believe a cognac, but he used to do F and vodka, and he was competing with Diddy because Diddy has Ciroc vodka, and 50 came out with Effin, right? So Diageo is one company. Beam Centauri is the one that that 50 had an issue with. So I'm gonna rewind it just a little bit.
You have the experience with major corporations like me, my particular experience with Beam Centauri. It was great in the beginning. It's great for us to work for them. It's not so cool when you start to own things. You see what I'm saying? So I made a lot of money with them too. Like, there's a point they did a deal that mirrored what Puffy's deal with Diageo was.
So you see right there, he had the same deal or mirrored deal that Puffy had with Diageo. And let's just shout out to 50 and Puffy, for that matter, to go get these deals. You know what I'm saying? Like, outside of the crimes alleged, the deals were dope. Going and getting a liquor deal, right, where you get to be the face and promote and get percentages of. I remember that Jay and them had Armadale vodka, right? And before, Armadale champagne. But before they had Armadale champagne, I believe it was another one. I can't remember what he used to always. Was it Cristal? He used to promote all the time. And he was like, yo, man, Cristal. And then finally, like Rakim used to promote Moet, right? And then Jay-Z and them started promoting Cristal. And then after Cristal deal broke down, maybe he tried to do Belvedere, or because he was like saying, yo, I keep shouting these people out and I ain't getting no money. He said, I ain't shouting out Belvedere no more. And then he went to Armadale. He went to Ace of Spades and made his own vodka, right? I mean, his own champagne. Then you get, in that same time period, Diddy's doing Ciroc or soon after. Genius. For 50 to duplicate that as a competitor was genius. He said, I'm gonna do the same thing you're doing, but I'm gonna do it over here. And then they both face the same opposition. Watch this.
Ciroc. So he didn't have ownership of that at any point, but he was getting a lot of money, like almost like $60 million a year at one point. So you see him go to De Leon is when you see him have some issues.
So De Leon is the tequila that Puffy owned, right? So he was doing Ciroc. And I remember after the Ciroc deal broke down, he ended up doing De Leon tequila. I remember that. I was like, yo, why he switched from Ciroc? Like, he was the Ciroc dude. He made pear, he made pineapple, he made berry. You know what I'm saying? He was like the Black James Bond. He riding around on jet skis and tuxedos, drink responsibly, Ciroc. I'm like, why would he change? Right? Did you know? Do you know why effing vodka, why they got rid of 50?
No.
No?
I never even heard of that vodka, to be honest.
All right, so 50 plays a character on Power called Kanan. Remember Kanan on Power?
I don't watch that. This is where I'm out of the loop because you're about to say I don't drink and
I muted you. And you're on mute. Yes, you're on mute. How in the hell do you not know or watch Power? All right, let me unmute you. How do you not watch Power, Susie?
I'm not a fan of the culture. Haven't you caught that? It's not good for my mental health.
Yeah, I'm tracking. Power is graphic. All right, so he plays a 50 Cent, executive producer of Power, created by Courtney Kemp and helped develop by 50. He played a character called Kanan. Kanan was a drug dealer. Kanan was a bad guy. Michael Rainey Jr. plays Tariq St. Patrick, who is Ghost's son. So Ghost and Kanan were friends that became enemies, and Ghost's son, Tariq, is played by Michael Rainey Jr. In the first series of Power, Kanan got Tariq to drink liquor and lean underaged. And Kanan's friends got Tariq to commit crimes while he was on lean and while he was on liquor underaged. Effin said, we got to drop you because we have a moral clause. And he said, you're serving liquor and contributing to the corruption of a minor. He said, no, I didn't. Kanan did. That's my character. And they said, it's your face. And they dropped him. He got a payout, he got a buyout, right? He didn't leave with nothing, but they got rid of him because I said, wow, because of a character? It's a character. But it's
they would use a character to promote if they wanted to. They just wanted a reason to.
It's all right when they do it. It's a problem when we do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure how many white actors have done things in movies that's, contributing to the corruption of a minor or whatever it is. It's just acting when they do it. But when we do it, it's a little believable. Right? So you see, and the point, I'm bringing that point up to say that he's mentioning how when we do something, it can be a problem. And we don't really own nothing. We're just big, basically, at least in the Puffy deal and in the 50 original deal, we're basically just mascots for these companies. Okay, but we get paid, well paid, but we don't own nothing.
1 point. So you see him go to De Leon is when you see him have some issues. And these people have really strong relationships. Don't think that the civil case doesn't turn into a criminal case faster because he's making them uncomfortable. That's a big.
So look, that's huge. So, and I can stop that clip there, then we'll go to the Puffy clip. Basically, 50 is saying Cassie's civil case quickly turned into a federal case because Diageo was pissed off and done with dealing with Diddy. Like, he fell out of grace with them. One of the most powerful liquor company on the planet. It says that Diageo distributes Liquor and spirits. Listen to that. And spirits. And that always made me uncomfortable. That always made me uncomfortable. Well, I ain't never like that. Why I gotta drink wine and spirits? Just give me the wine. Leave them damn spirits over there. I don't want them. I don't want whatever spirits y'all peddling. You see what I'm saying? Like I
Yep.
never liked that. I call it liquor, call it alcohol, call it wine. Don't call it a spirit.
They're
I
calling
don't
it
like.
the truth.
I know, and I never did like that. But they're the biggest distributor of wine and of spirits in the world. They are in 95% of all countries on the planet that serve liquor. They're in like 95% of those countries. They're huge.
And they still don't want to relinquish any power to anybody.
And when he starts to hit them where it hurts, allegedly, this is all alleged. That's what 50 was saying. You fell out of graces. You pissed the wrong people off. Oh, all of a sudden your problems become big. All right, now let's play the actual clip. This is the clip from Puffy that supposedly got him in trouble. Now, this is another Earn Your Leisure clip. All right. And I'm going to zoom in so we can see it.
The relationship with Diageo. So this lawsuit that you brought against them, right? People might not know, but I think Pharrell was the actual first one to sue Diageo, and it was for unfair treatment. So you had a historic relationship with them, 15 years, going back to Ciroc, DeLeon. I never even heard of Ciroc until you started doing the commercials, blew it out the water. Then you had DeLeon, and everything looked like it was on the up and up, owned by a black man and all that. So a lot of people was confused when the lawsuit came about. You shared some information with us when we came to your house that we wasn't aware of. So can you really talk about that? Because I think it's a very interesting case study for entrepreneurs to understand.
Definitely. The situation's in the courts now, so I'm gonna share with y'all what I can. This is all public record. But basically, I was called to have a meeting with Diageo, and they knew that I was kind of killing things in the culture, and they were trying to fix their diversity problem. And through that, a meeting was set up, and I told them, you know, I want to be an owner, that I have these ideas from promoting parties at Howard, just remembering that I would always get the door and never get the bar. And so I said, I have aspirations to have Black-owned brands owned by Black people behind the bar and a part of your organization. They're the biggest distributor of spirits in the world, biggest maker of spirits in the world. So we get a test project. I'm looking at their portfolio, and they say we could start something from scratch. But I'm looking at their portfolio, and I remember one night I was having a great time with Ciroc. I had some Ciroc. It was made by grapes. And I remember, you know, having just such the greatest time. And so the light bulb went off in my head. I said, I don't want to wait and develop nothing. Let me show you what I could do with Ciroc. Let me show you how I could turn your revenue around. They were losing $40 million a year. And I went and turned it around and took it to 2.6 million cases from 40,000 cases. Okay, and so this is something that's never been done.
Clap it up for that.
That's a lot.
And so 15 years later, even though I had that success, I was always fighting for Ciroc not to be pigeonholed, not to be pigeonholed as a Black brand, not to be pigeonholed as an urban brand. I already went through that. I went through that with Sean John. They put me in the urban section. I had to go and disrupt the fashion industry, pull up on Fashion Week, and show them what that Black excellence swag is about. And that's what we did with Sean John. And so with Ciroc, it was the same thing, get into the spirits industry. No matter what industry I went into, I always came up against this ceiling that they just wanted to keep me in the colored section. I would say for businesses, you have white-only business, just like you have white-only bathrooms back in the days, and you have Black-only business. And so my fight is to always make sure that we could just do business. I want to be treated equally like anybody else. And so that's what the fight is about. And it's not me just fighting for me. I'm fighting for us. Because whatever bar I set, y'all have to come behind me on that bar, and I want to make sure that it's right. So that's what the fight is about, simply put. And the last things to make it clear was with Deleon. I still own Deleon, okay? So with Deleon, I sent my people.
Before you tell the story about that, just talk about the process of getting Deleon, right? Because it was you proved yourself with Ciroc, and so now there's an opportunity to create something else.
With a lot of, first of all, corporate America is made and built for white men. So when you're going into corporate America, usually your entryway is to help them with their diversity problem. But at the end of the day, you want to be able to open up doors. Sometimes you got to take that opportunity and get in. And so that's what I did with Ciroc. But I told him I don't work for nobody. Everything in my portfolio I own. So you guys have to know my ultimate dream is a tequila. Since I was a kid, I remember drinking tequila or being afraid to drink tequila at first. Not a kid, a teenager. Please. I mean, I was over 21.
Yeah. He was 21 at Howard. I remember it.
Yeah, but tequila used to have a worm in it. That's how dangerous they used to like market it. But I was like, I really love tequila. And this is before the whole tequila craze. So it's like you make a deal. You make a deal like, I'm gonna advance this for you so that we could be good partners and you could give me what I want, which is my opportunity for me to own my brand and to be able to build generational wealth for my kids and my people. And I just need the same 24 hours as y'all giving everybody else in your portfolio. And I couldn't get that. I had to send my people down to Mexico. And this is just to tell you what the fight is about. They went down to Mexico. And when they got down there, they found out that there was 0 agave planted for Deleon. So there was no plan for us to be successful. It was no equal treatment. The other brands, they had agave planted. They had no agave planted for me. And sometimes you have to go check even your partners to see what's really going on. And so when I saw that, I was like, nah, I'm gonna fight because it's bigger than me. It's about not just me, it's about we, it's about all of us. So I chose my purpose over profit. And that's the whole Deleon situation.
Yeah.
All right. So a lot was said there. Hold on, now I gotta pause it because I still hear it. All right, I had to pause it because I still heard it in my ear. All right, a lot was said there, and that was a long clip, and I decided to let it play because Threads wouldn't let me pause it, first of all. Second of all, it was just a lot said. But if you really listen to that clip, Diddy was talking truth. All right. Y'all will have to go back and watch the replay. But if you watch that clip, Diddy sounded sober and sounded clear. And he was like, until he got to the part about he was drinking tequila when he was younger, right? Before all that, he was like, I just wanted a fair shake. I wasn't given the right opportunity. I came in and did Ciroc. I basically was a mascot. I mean, that's my word. But I basically was a representative. I didn't own anything. And I did that. I proved myself to be a good business partner. Now that I've given you what you want, I want you to give me what I want. All right. And I mean, that's business. So now he's like, I want my own liquor. And he eventually got De Leon. But he found out even in getting De Leon, they weren't planting agave plants for De Leon. They have agave plants for Casamigos, for all these other, tequila brands. But Puffy probably was just going to have to use whatever was left over, right? They wasn't trying to invest in his business. He had an issue with that. So what he did was he said, look, I came in the door helping you with your diversity and inclusion problem. You have a problem selling to Black people. You have a problem being diverse. Nobody's buying your stuff. You're selling 40,000 cases of Ciroc a year, and I take it to 2.6 million cases per year. That is a 6,000. That's a 6,500% increase. Like, can you imagine that? Can you imagine going from 40,000 to millions sold off of one black man? He did a hell of a job. He did. We don't have to like the crimes. We don't have to like the crimes. He did a hell of a job for Diageo. Now here's where we get into the problem. You start calling him out. He sued Diageo. That's what happened. He sued Diageo, Susie, and he won. They settled. They settled. And
I didn't know
after
he won.
yes, he did. I'm gonna look that up. After he settled, Cassie lawsuit. Bam. They said, "Oh, you gonna bite the hand that feeds you? Wait till we pull out your dirt." I'm gonna look it up right quick. Did you hear about that?
No, so that money went from Diageo to his hand and straight to Cassie.
Basically. All right. Okay, on January 16th, 2024, January of this year, Diageo and Sean Diddy Combs announced that they had settled their legal disputes. Boom. Boom, let me show you. I just found it on Google.
So what, 50 just left his contract peacefully?
They dropped Diddy. I mean they dropped 50. They dropped 50, but they had to give him a settlement because they were basically ending it early. So they had to give him a settlement. Right? He didn't sue. He just said, "I bet I'll go do another liquors." And that's what he's doing. He's doing cognac. But right here, on January 16th, 2024, Diageo and Diddy announced that they had settled their legal disputes. No longer business partners, Diageo and Combs no longer have any business relationship, and Diageo now solely owns Ciroc and De Leon. He, at that point, still owned De Leon. Now, he don't own Ciroc or De Leon, and this is January 16th, if I'm not mistaken, before the Lil Rod lawsuit came out. All right, Combs withdraws allegations. Combs has withdrawn all of his allegations against Diageo and will voluntarily dismiss his lawsuits with prejudice. Look at that. So he had lawsuits that he probably could have won because of racial discrimination that they settled out of court, and so he now withdraws it with prejudice. No financial details. The parties did not disclose any financial terms of the settlement. But think about this. You bite the hand that feeds you and you win. Y'all did me wrong. Y'all made it. When he said it's like colored water fountains and white water fountains, that's what they doing in business. That's a powerful analogy because that is systematic racism that is now crossed over into business. Oh yeah, I'll let you be a billionaire, but you're going to be just a 1 billionaire. You'll never be a 450 billionaire like we are. You'll never get to where we are because you are just a colored person. You're going to sit down in your corner and you're only going to take what we give you. That's essentially what Diddy said. And he wasn't wrong. And because
why do you say he wasn't wrong?
Because that's what happens in business.
Is it because of color?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. If I as a black man can go from 40,000 cases, you're losing 40 million a year. You're only selling 40,000 cases, and you go to, I thought he said 2.6 million cases. He might have said 6.2, right? Because I know you said 6.2. Let's just say it's 2.6 million. That's a 6,000% growth. If I can do that for you, imagine if I own my own. I wouldn't need you.
And that's when you go on your own. But that's nothing to sue about. Let me say it like this. Listen, let me put it like this. I don't know any white Okay, I don't know any companies that has allowed white people to be on the same level. Even if there was a white artist, I might be wrong. I'm just saying I don't know of
Yeah.
them using any white, what you call it, mascots, let's use
Yeah.
that word,
Mm-hmm.
and allowing them to come to the same level as them because of how much work they put in. It's it's honorable that he was able, it's impressive that he was able to do those numbers by himself. Very much impressive, but I'm still not going to put you on the same level as me. I wouldn't. It's going to be for me and my kids, me and my family. That's it.
Okay. You're talking about an even playing field. Here's what I mean. You're talking about
Okay.
Pepsi and Coke. You're talking about Pepsi and Coke.
Okay.
Hey, I'm not gonna let you. I'm not gonna let a Coke employee build Pepsi. Right. Essentially, that's what you just said. I'm not gonna let. I've never seen a white company let a white employee leave and go build the competition. Right.
No, they can leave. I say it's okay to leave and go do whatever, but don't
Right.
feel entitled to what I've built
Oh no.
because
I'm
you
not
just
saying. I'm not saying entitled, but this is the part that you're
okay.
missing. You're missing the
Okay.
systematic racism piece. All right. If Coke exists and Pepsi goes and builds a competitor somewhere else, right? And Coke doesn't do backdoor things to stop them, and Pepsi just becomes popular because they're just pressing or they try a different market like Nike and Adidas, right? Nothing wrong with that. But when you are in 95% of the markets, you damn near got a monopoly. And when you won't let a black man have his own thing to try to build up something, he has to work for you. Okay, you don't
What
want to
where do you get that part from? Where do you get the part that they won't let him have his own thing? He wanted
because
part ownership of their
he wanted
products.
he wanted his own brand. He wanted De Leon. He wants. I'll give you an example. Jordan is a brand of Nike.
Mm-hmm.
The Jordan brand is probably bigger than any other Nike brand. Now Nike never let Jordan go, but Nike gave Jordan his own division. It's clearly its own brand. The Nike symbol don't even have to be on Jordan clothes because it's now the
That's true.
Jordan symbol. And they allow him to work whatever their partnership is. Because here's the situation. I might be able to sell the liquor, but I can't manufacture it, distribute it. I don't have that infrastructure. I can dance my way into selling 6 million cases. I can't deliver one case to nobody because I don't have the infrastructure. That's what Kanye was saying. When Kanye was like, you ain't got the answer, Sway. Like Sway was like, just build your own companies. He was like, you don't get it, dude. They control the cotton fields. We're not even talking about the buildings where you sell it. We're talking about the cotton fields they control.
I understand now.
You
When you
can't plant
explained it like
cotton,
that with the Jordan and the Nike thing, that laid it out for me like clear. Now I get what you're saying.
right? Because you
Now
know
I get it.
if I can't plant a vineyard, how can I compete with vineyards? They got all the
That's true.
land. They got all they're not letting me get into where I can even plant. If De Leon liquor, if De Leon tequila is supposedly Puffy's brand, if that's the Jordan brand under Nike, then where are the De Leon factories? At least Jordan got factories. At least Nike is actually being a partner and allowing him to build within their infrastructure. They like, no, excuse my language. No, nigga, you can't plant nothing over here. That's what I mean. So he had a great point there. He had a great point. Let's forget about the crimes for a moment, the alleged crimes. Let's deal with the fact that he operated with impunity. He was the diddler. He was a supervillain for 30 years. He got away with all types of crimes. And then all of a sudden, in 2024, everything is ripped out from up under him. That sounds like he bit the hand that fed him. And 50 also said this in another clip. 50 said it's two things that they tell you don't talk about. Don't talk about politics and religion. He said, when you talk about politics and religion, no matter how strong you feel about your religious beliefs, no matter how strong you feel about your political beliefs, there's always somebody who feels the exact opposite than you, and they're vehement. So he was like, his publicists or his mentors told him back in the day, don't talk about religion and politics. He said, "You don't believe me? Ask Kanye." Think about it.
Ooh,
Kanye
yeah,
started talking about 2024 Trump. Kanye
gone.
started talking about religious groups, which I'm not even going to say, and he talked about them in a negative light.
It's a
And what
wrap for
happened?
him.
Right? Business partners pulled out. Business partners pulled out because they're like, we're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So,
And then he went crazy. You see how everybody goes crazy?
hold on. Let's not forget about his doctor threatening to put him back in the hospital. His supposed doctor said, and Kanye revealed it, his doctor said, "You keep acting out, I'll make sure you never see your kids again."
He
That
showed the
came out of
screenshot.
Kanye's mouth. Come on now.
Yeah.
So you don't think, and we're talking speculation here. This is after dark. Let's put the banner up so everybody know. This is after dark. This is new Diddy lawsuit speculations. This is the after show of the After Dark podcast. We've already covered the allegations. Now we just speculating, okay? So if y'all, welcome if you don't know. All right. So Susie, Kanye says these things, and then his doctor is like, "Yo, you keep talking, I'll make sure you never see your kids." That's a threat. So just like the lady said, Child Family Services, after she reported what happened at Diddy parties and what happened to her when she was trafficked as a minor, they didn't do anything. She's basically saying, who can we go to? Because if the racism, if the conspiracy of controlling people and drugging people, if it truly is a pedophile ring, if it truly is a satanic ring, if it truly is these things, where can you go? You don't know who to trust.
I agree.
It's real in the field out here, yo. It's real in the field. It can be scary too. So, all right, we need comments, y'all. Let me see. MJ's Dangerous album. Oh, they okay. Instagram is going in over here. All right, Susie, we got to close it out. Let's get some final thoughts. What are your thoughts on all of this?
My only thing is the same thing I've been saying. The culture just needs a makeover. That's it.
What you mean?
It needs to be cleaned up. All these things that they say is okay, and then 10 years later or 5 years later, the new hashtag comes along, and now everything that they once promoted and celebrated is no longer acceptable. How about we just clean it up now and do better now? That's it.
Yeah. Clean it up. Oh Lord. Uh-oh. 2 plus. Oh, we going into the conspiracies. Here we go. And Miss Angie said 22 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4 equals 8. The year of completion. I always thought 8 was the number of new beginnings, and I thought 7 was the number of completion or perfection. Check that out. It's also the year of disclosure. I mean, yeah, Cat Williams said that. Cat Williams is like, Diddy be wanting to party, and you got to tell him no. Yo, that Shannon Sharp interview was in January.
It was? Dang, the beginning of the year?
Yeah, that was like January 1st.
The opening of the year.
Yeah, it went ham in January. And Diddy's lawsuit was settled later in January. I'm telling you, there's something spiritual going on. Because Cat Williams said, you got those that follow God and those that follow the other side. He made it very clear.
He did.
And he said, we follow God over here. And we don't care about what they doing over there. He drew a line. And I saw the interview and I'm like, man, Cat going ham. It was very entertaining. It was very interesting. I watched the entire interview. I was like, wow, I don't know why Cat went ham. January 3rd, she said the video came out January 3rd. I don't know why Cat Williams went ham, but he did. But I tell you what, he been right about every damn thing he said.
I wonder what sparked it with Cat Williams. And it shows that you can do things independently as a Black man. Cat been doing it this whole time, independently, promoting himself, paying for everything.
Oh, well, let's talk about Cat Williams. How many times Cat Williams said he's been arrested something like 50 times.
Never been convicted. Mm-hmm.
So you
trying to
mean tell
silence
me,
him,
come on, that's
trying
what
to
I'm
make him
saying.
seem crazy. The
Try to
crazy
make it like
label
he's
was
on
put on
drugs.
everybody.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Hart came out and was like, Cat, get your drugs. Cat did, right? Cat has said he never did nothing but weed. He said that,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm not mistaken. So
Yes,
you
he
see
did.
all this,
Mm-hmm.
and now let's talk about that. One of the potential celebrities that might be a part of this lawsuit that we mentioned earlier. Some people are saying that it could be Kevin Hart. We didn't talk about Kevin Hart.
That would be interesting. I
I
don't
like
know.
Kevin Hart. I like Kevin Hart. I'm not wishing this on nobody. I'm not wishing this on nobody. I like Kevin Hart. All right. He's funny.
I'm
But
I'm wishing justice for all the victims, and whoever that entails getting swept up, so be it. I'm wishing justice for the victims.
Someone who wanted me to
amen.
essentially represent them in the sale of one of the Diddy tapes. So, which I declined that because.
Wait a minute. Say that again. Say that again. Back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
Yes.
the shopping thing is.
Yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of, and to contact the person who was in the video to see if they were interested in purchasing the video before it became a public knowledge.
I've heard this before. So like a catch and kill.
Catch and kill, correct.
So again, the catch and kill concept is similar to Cassie saying, I got a tell all book, Diddy. You can buy the rights for 30 million and it'll never see the light of day. That's the
That's what I
same
forgot.
concept.
That's what I forgot to bring up. Is Miss Angie still on? If you can, there's a person who came out a while back and wrote a book allegedly about Diddy, and then she was then erased. The name of the book was Bling. I forgot who there's pictures of her with Diddy and with Kim and with, the groups. Hey, Miss Angie, do you know about that book, Bling? And the lady that wrote it, she was also erased like immediately after. It's a black book with a pink diamond on it, I believe. And it's just called Bling. I forgot to bring that up earlier.
Erica Kennedy.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Whoa. All right, you didn't drop a bomb, literally. I've never heard of this.
Mm-hmm. And then that was
Bling.
taken down. You can't even find a copy of it after she was erased. They took the book down, but it's available. Someone was sending a link where you could read it archived online, but they took the book. It was a bestseller and everything.
Yeah,
And
it says Bling. It says Bling, Erica Kennedy. It says out of stock.
They took it down. You can't get it nowhere no more.
$391 on Amazon. That means that somebody that means they got rare copies. Limited copies. If it's $300 for one damn book.
Because they know they took them down off the shelf, and they were one of the few that got a copy, and they're reselling it. So allegedly, this young lady was in their circle, and she wrote some tell-all stuff as well. And pop goes the weasel.
Wow.
That is all.
Man, I am wow. Number one, I think we should shut it down because we both have done double the episodes that we thought we would do tonight.
Absolutely.
I was gonna play something, but you know what? They just have to go to YouTube and look it up. All right. Karen Stephens, under a new name, has made comments. Yeah, Karen Stephens, Superhead, she's made comments. She said she was one of the party favors at a Diddy party too. Yo, man, it's so much stuff that's going to be discussed. It's so much stuff that is going to come out. I will say this just as a disclaimer. Here on After Dark and the After Dark After Show, We're simply commenting and reacting to the news. We're not accusing or defaming anyone. We're simply responding to the news. And again, every time we said something that was alleged, we said it was alleged. And if we had a clip, then we played the source, what the person said, and then we commented and reacted. So we're not here to slander or defame anyone. We pray that justice is served. We pray that the legal system is used in the proper manners and everyone gets their right to a fair and speedy trial. But man, this is, and we also pray for the victims too, that they get justice. I mean, that's super important. Super, super important. Lord have mercy on this whole thing, because like you were saying, if this turns into all kind of people being revealed, right? It could get really scary because of some of our favorite entertainers and politicians and, God forbid, preachers might get taken down. So scary stuff, man.
And that's going to cause chaos for all of the regular people, because then it's like, who do we trust if the higher ups are so crooked? And then you lose trust. Here comes chaos.
Hold up. Somebody's saying on Instagram, Puffy and Keefe D both got locked up in the month of September. The same month they say Puffy had Pac killed. Dang. And the raid happened on the anniversary day of Biggie's Life After Death album. Now, I will say that, yeah, Puffy did get picked up in September. Pac was killed in September. Last year in September, Keefe D did get picked up. So if you want to get into the spiritual aspect of things, then it is clearly some connections going on. And I'll just say that. So, all right. Yo, I'm tired. And I know you're on the East Coast. You're a trooper. Just so get some rest. So look, all right, this is what I want y'all to know. After Dark is back. We're back on Thursday. All right. After Dark is back on Thursday. It may be our panel show where we may talk about relationships, but it could also be Diddy, because this is daily news. It's every time, you know how many things we reacted to tonight. It's like it's too much. We just did 4 hours and we didn't even try to. Mm-mm. All right, y'all. Make sure you guys submit your comments to us in the comment box. Make sure you subscribe. I want everyone to subscribe to Dave Life TV. All right, on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. And go back and look at our old After Dark episodes. We have great panel conversations. Go back and look at the old Dave Life TV news episodes, which cover the Diddy raid from a more unbiased perspective. And just check out our content. We got great stuff. After Dark is expanding and evolving as we grow. Susie, thank you. You've been amazing. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right, Derek Tuggle said he subscribed. All right, that's what's up. Susie, Miss Angie says reach out to her.
Okay, that's my girl. Absolutely. And thank you for always showing up to the live and contributing. We love your comments. I'm speaking for Dave. We both love your comments. And what's that young man? Matthew, was that his name? The other man that just
No. Just now, Derek Tuggle. D Tuggle.
Derek, yeah. Thank you for subscribing. Miss Angie, I got you.
Yeah, D Tuggle
She's our fact checker.
Oh yeah, Miss Angie. They both day ones. They've been with me for a minute, so I appreciate y'all. All right, we gonna roll out. I'm tired. You tired. We gonna roll out. All right. I appreciate y'all, man. Yeah, man. We out of here, man. It's Dave, man. I appreciate y'all. We see y'all on YouTube later. All right, I appreciate it. Boom. We out, y'all.